Hey guys, check it out. We got a new radio from Radioddity. This is a 40-channel AM/FM 4-watt radio. This thing has some great features, though. Let me show you some of them. On the face here, we have the knob that's on here. The only thing that knob does is control the volume. It's nice and simple. Just use the knob just for the volume. We have the emergency key, which is also, you see underneath of it, the menu. So if we just press it, it'll go to the emergency channels. Oh, as you can see, I've already been messing around with this thing. And I'll show you that in a minute. The emergency channels are reprogrammable. All right. So we have it, press it once, it brings you to the first one. Again, it brings you to the second. And then again, it brings you back to where you were. If you press and long hold, it brings you into the menu. And look, right here on the first menu item that I still have on mine, the emergency channels. So if you press that, and then you press either the channel up and down button on the radio or the ones on the microphone, you can change it to whatever channel you want it to be. And you can also change it, if you press again, you can change it for AM or FM. All right, let's get out of that one. And we just press the channel up button to move along through the menu. That's the PF key. I'll show you that in a few minutes. That's on the microphone, and you can program it. Well, let me just show you right now. Give you a quick little look. Oh, can we focus on that? I'm gonna have to bring that camera up. See, we have the channel up and down button on the mic and a PF button in the middle. By the way, check out that microphone. It's not the usual one that's with most of the Radioddity radios. I like this mic. It's more comfortable in my hand than the microphones like what the QT40 has. This new microphone, I think, is more comfortable to hold than that one. I'm sure the guts inside of it are most likely the same. But on that PF button, we can reprogram that to do a few different functions. This is a small radio and it keeps wanting to move around. Let's hold that button again. And we have the PF key. Right now I have it on the noise reduction. But there's a bunch of different things. Look, we can have on the, I guess that's echo. There's a bunch of different things that you can program that button to control. The Roger beep. I'm going to bring it back to where I had it because I like it on the noise reduction. Because I really, really like the noise reduction feature on these radios. These newer Radioddity radios, oh, that noise reduction circuit is fantastic. It's adjustable too for both transmit and receive. So let's scroll through here. What else we have? We can reset it. We can change the color. You guys have all seen the many colors the new radios have. I'm going to stick with that one. We can change the brightness. I have the brightness down low so that it looks good on the camera. The key beep, it's the first thing I always shut off. I don't need to be hearing that key beep. The Roger beep, I also have the Roger beep off. But it does have... Oh, we got to turn the volume up. And let's hear that first one, because we didn't hear the first one. I had the volume down. Let's shut that volume back off. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to leave that on. There we go. I don't need the Roger beep. We have mic gain adjustment, the microphone type. So if you want to switch the microphone out and put on an old style mic, which I don't see why you'd want to, because this mic is really nice. But we can switch it over to dynamic style microphone. There's some things in here that I'm not sure what they are. Like this one. What was it on? I think it was on NT. I have the manual right next to me here. I did read through the whole manual, but I don't remember everything that I read. We had scan type. and scan skip, so you can program to remove certain channels out of your skip. I mean, your scan. Mostly because of when skip's coming in, you want to use that feature. It also has the Vox, the hands-free setup. Talkback, you can turn on the talkback. Let's see what the talkback sounds like. How high does it go? Let me go back the other direction. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It works. It sounded like there was a bit of an echo on, though. I don't have the echo on. All right, let's turn that volume back down. I don't usually use talkback. I don't like hearing myself. I can hear my own voice through my own ears coming out of my mouth. All right, let's change that. And let's shut it off. What else is in here? We got the timeout timer. The A&L and noise blanker. You can have it off. You can have the automatic noise limiter, noise blanker. I believe that's both. We're gonna leave that there. The high cut, I have the high cut on. I don't like hearing the high hissing, and so I always use the high cut. I always turn it on. The noise reduction. Oh, one of my favorite features. And I'll show you later that PF button. But in the menu here, we can adjust the noise reduction circuit. I always leave the receive on number 1. It does go up higher. I find number 1 setting is the perfect setting. And transmit. Oh, wait a minute. We go back over here. And where I transmit, I always leave the transmit off. Radio also has echo. How about that? It's off, even though it sounded like it was on, didn't it? But you can adjust these 2 settings for the echo. You can have the weather alert on, which I have it off. The RF gain is adjustable. I have it so that it's wide open. If it's in the off position, the RF gain is wide open. This, I don't know what that one is. Let me look in that manual real quick. Okay, that's for the codes. Transmits the codes so you can have private conversations. It's not something that I use, but it's there if you need it. Let's see. Oh, and we're back to the emergency channels. All right, let's get out of the menu. To get out of that menu quick, just key up the microphone. It brings you right out. We have the AM and FM button, so we can switch to FM or AM. And if we long hold it, it brings us to the weather.
Asheville, North Carolina, area mountains. Tuesday, sunny. Northern Lancaster. Tuesday night, northwest.
Wow, how many channels is that we're receiving?
Afternoon. Tuesday night, around 40. Murray and Monticello.
4 of them. It's got 4 that I can receive here. All right, press and long hold it again, and we're back to CB. We have the squelch, which I have it off. I believe, yeah, with the up and down buttons on the microphone, you can adjust the squelch. If you hold these 2 buttons at the same time, it locks out all the controls, I believe, except for the volume. And we have the channel up-down button. And the microphone is a 6-pin screw-on type. And let me back this up a bit. Hold on 1 second. Just to try and give you a better view of that microphone. I really like that mic. It's weighted too. There's a steel weight inside of it. So it's got a pretty good chunk. Look at that. I got big hands. And that thing fits pretty good in my hand. Again, it's kind of one of those fake me out ones where it's got the microphone is way down here. In the radio, there was another feature too I noticed. This microphone doesn't do it. This doesn't have the speaker in it, but you can add on a speaker mic to this radio. And in the menu, it's probably a microphone that'll be released in the future, but in the menu, you can switch it so that you can have the sound coming from the microphone and the radio, or just the radio, or just the microphone. So you can have all your sound and communication fully right out of the microphone. But unfortunately, this mic does not have the speaker in it. And again, it comes with all the usual stuff. We have the mounting bracket and the hardware pack. You get the stickers to protect the paint job on the radio. That's where the mounting bracket goes on. And it has the thumb screws, the mic holder, and all the screws needed to mount it. And it comes with a pretty in-depth instruction manual. All right, guys. That's the Radioddity CB-500. It's not on their website just yet. As soon as they have a web page for this radio, I'll put a link in the description. I've been hanging on to this radio for 4 or 5 days now, waiting for the website to post all the information and how to buy this radio. As soon as it's available, I will put it in the description. All right, guys. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Well, after I made the video, I decided to open the radio up, and look at what I found in here. We have the jumper and the white wire. Let's see what happens if I move that jumper to pins 2 and 3 and snip that little white wire. Let's see what the output power becomes and what it has for channels. All right, let me cut that and move that jumper, and then we'll power this radio back up. So cutting the wire and moving the jumper turned it into a 10-meter radio. It no longer does CB. I'm going to open it back up and move the jumper and see if moving the jumper will put it back into CB mode. Because right now it's going from, what is that, 2805. And if we go into the menu, can I do this? Oops. Not really. It's tough to do things one-handed. And the camera's trying to focus on my hand. Now, if I key that mic, it goes up to from 28.05 005, I believe it was. It goes up to 29.605. And in the menu, another item showed up in the menu. Let's see if we can find that. It's here somewhere. RF power showed up in the menu. So now we can adjust the RF power output. Oop. And then I went right back to the... Well, I have it on high power. I'm going to hook it up to my power meter in a minute and see what the power output is. Alright, let me shut this thing back off, move that jumper back, and see if we end up with a high-powered CB. So now with the wire cut and the jumper in the original position on pins 1 and 2, we have a CB radio. But in the menu, a new item is here now. We have RF power output. Low would be the factory 4-watt setting. Let's turn you over here to the Dosey Feel Good meter. We'll put that on the 10-watt setting. So we're going to be down on the bottom scale. Oh, when it's showing about 6 watts. Go back over to the radio. Oh, I keep doing that. Got to long hold that button to get into the menu. Now we press it again. And let's change that to high power. Key the mic to get out of that. Let's go back over to the meter. We're still on the 10-watt scale. Let's see what happens. It's pinning it. So now we're going to be on that middle scale. And Well, without me talking, it looks like 13 to 14 watts. And it's swinging up, oh, wow, almost 30. On regular talking, it looks like we're going 20 to 25. That's a pretty good little radio. So you can turn it into a strictly 10-meter ham radio. Get that camera closer so it'll focus. Or you can just snip the wire and have a high-powered CB. All right, guys, thank you for watching. And I told you I'll leave a link as soon as I have a link available of where you can buy this radio. They haven't released it on the website yet. It's not released to the public yet. As soon as it is, I'll put a link in the description. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time.